week on the Glass Cannon podcast.
Oh no, they are not real. This is just as I suspected.
The heroes discovered the secret of 7 arches.
I know that the real 7 archers are hidden somewhere south in the Wildwood.
And at the direction of a strange ally.
Within moments, a full-sized horse comes bounding into the room. And there's a halfling atop it just knocking shit off of the table.
What?
And walls. Anyways, I'm Lemmerfeld Thorn.
They set off into the wild.
And you head into the Wildwood. By now it's late afternoon and you want to get out to make good headway because you'll have to camp out in the Wildwood at night.
But when an unnatural darkness descended,
It's possible it's an illusion.
It's always possible with Fae. Everything could be an illusion. Everything you see, everything you hear.
danger crept from the shadows.
I cut the grass with my khopesh.
You see something moving in the thick grass, and suddenly it just appears like 20 feet away from you in a second. And it looks like a hound, except its eyes
Oh no!
are a giant black pool.
Oh no!
The adventure continues now.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Glass Cannon Podcast. Now, you probably know this, that these shows are pre-recorded in our brand new studio here in the heart of Astoria, Queens. This is a borough of New York. There are 5 of them. Did you know that, Skid?
Burrow?
Borough, yes.
I haven't, like a rabbit burrow?
Matthew, did you know there are 5 boroughs in New York?
I did know that.
Name 2 of them.
Brooklyn, Manhattan.
Yeah,
You hesitated for a second.
Yeah, you were like,
You know why I hesitated? Because
Is Long Island a borough?
I hesitated because I went to say Staten Island and I was horrified at myself.
Oh my
okay,
God.
so you've named 3.
I'm not in 3.
Kate, do you know the other 2?
Wait, you said Brooklyn, Manhattan, and what else did we say?
Staten
Staten Island. Ugh.
Oh, Queens.
And
Very good, because
And
that's where we are
Bronx.
now.
And the Bronx.
Well, it's one of, what, am I supposed to say it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't laugh at me.
Staten Island shouldn't be a borough. I've said it before. I'll say it again. New Jersey is a bunch of cowards, and they should have taken it when they had the chance.
No thanks.
Wow.
During the war?
90% of our fan base is from New Jersey or Staten Island.
Ooh.
We're huge on Staten Island.
You're like Doja Cat right now.
you know,
like,
I'm just
hate my
kidding. They don't even have the
Cancel me.
internet there.
You know the story. You know the story about Staten Island, right?
No, tell us this. Regale us.
2 rich guys. Staten Island was owned by no one at one
Staten
point.
Island?
Staten Island. 2 rich men.
The guys from the Muppet Show. They would make fun of.
Look at the frog.
And they came together and they said, let's call it Staten Island. No, they did a boat race around the island, I'm pretty sure, or like around Manhattan. And one was from Jersey and one was from New York. And they were like, whoever wins gets it. And then New York won.
That can't be true.
It is absolutely true.
New York won the news channel?
Yep.
I'm really confused. I
I
don't
don't
think
there
any of
were
this
3
is true.
boats?
How many
There was
boats?
Staten Island and New York one?
oh my God, the boat race
Pat-
that claimed Staten Island.
Yes.
Real.
It is truly like 2 men, like, let's go to fisticuffs, you see? Like, who will win? And they just raced a boat. And I truly think it should have gone to New Jersey. It doesn't make any sense to have an island that's already, there's some other islands. And they're like, you got to take a ferry to get there unless you drive. Like, there's no other way to get to Staten Island from New York.
Maybe the loser got New Jersey. That seems like a fair trade.
90% of our fans are from New Jersey.
I'm disappointed that Pat Kiernan apparently lost because I would think he would be better at sailing than that.
Let me just quickly Google Skid's reference.
That was a joke.
That's New York one.
New York one.
That's a New York one.
there he is.
That joke was only for Nick Lowe. That's right. He's the only one that would get that
But
joke.
if you see any movie that takes place in New York
Yes.
over the
Yes.
last 20 years, you will see Pat Kiernan in that movie.
He's in the background on a TV giving the news.
Yeah.
Well, this is something that people who never lived in New York may not realize. Two things. One, there's a channel called New York One that has just constant news all day long, and it repeats itself and then like changes later in the day. And there's also, and I don't think they do this anymore, there used to be a free porno channel.
Oh, yeah. No.
You guys remember the porno channel?
What?
Were you
Yeah.
living in New York during the free porno channel?
I remember
know this.
hearing
No.
about it, but I've never seen it.
Al Goldstein, and you never saw.
From Screw Magazine.
Yeah, you never heard of this? All right, so
It was free?
all right, yeah, it was crazy. So I lived the first time I lived in New
Been
York.
paying for his porn this whole time.
I'm paying like a fool.
It was like a fool.
Robin, what's her name? Robin
William.
Givens.
Quivers or something. Anyways, there was I lived in New York. This was between my sophomore and junior year of college. So this is
this is
90.
ancient history.
This is maybe 97, 98. I was doing an acting program out here at Circle in the Square. And I had a sublet with a couple of women that I went to college with. And you would just, at 10 o'clock, one of the channels would just turn from 10 until like 2 in the morning into a porno channel. And it wasn't like a full penetration type situation.
Soft.
Softcore?
Like medium boiled. It was like they would imply a lot, you'd see a lot, and then they just kind of move the camera. But it was like little talk shows with constant advertisements for like escorts and services where you could just like I can't remember. It's like 1-800 numbers. So like sex chats and escorts.
So every night at 10 o'clock,
Every
you
night
and your
at 10
roommates would flip to this channel.
Oh no, they weren't there. I was.
They were in the room.
They weren't in the room, but it was people. The people who've lived in New York would know this. I mean, you remember this? It was Al Goldstein, and God, there was a show.
I want to Google this, but I'm not going
I'm
to.
not Googling.
Yeah, it's Al
anything.
Goldstein.
I'm
My
afraid.
friend
Word.
Bob Fingerman, he used to work for Al Goldstein because he used to do illustrations for Screw Magazine. And he had a bunch of stories.
Al Goldstein, and I said Robin Quivers, but it wasn't Robin Bird. The Robin Bird
Bird.
show. Saturday Night Live did a whole skit making Sherry O'Terry played Robin Bird.
Yeah.
This,
I have never heard of this.
I've never
ever.
heard
I
of
will look this up later. when I'm not at work.
Incognito.
On an
On my-
incognito computer.
Hey, Joe, can I borrow your computer for a second?
Exactly.
anyways, that was the thing, and I was like, "What is going on in this American city?" It was just free pornography, but like it was news
But it was like, was it like
related.
public access level?
It was
or was
public
it
access.
like from LA?
No, it was
like
public
pornography?
access, like
New York local pornography.
But there
Local
were-
porn?
There were new episodes that were shot, like the Robin Bird show, and for example,
should bring this
she
back.
would have
When
on
did this
like
stop?
College used to be free. Porn used to be free. And now, like, millennials, like, we don't get shit.
What does this world come to?
I think it stopped in like 2000.
I would imagine, yeah.
Does.
I missed out on everything fun.
Missed out too.
Yeah, well, they used to have like you could have a strip club like right across the street from a public school, and they shut that down. So right around the time that stopped, it's probably like we really need to turn off this
Yeah, it's like
horrible pornorgraphy.
They were sending the
10 p.m.
wrong
every
message.
Or maybe funding dried up. They were like, we can keep Kino going or run this channel.
Well, then I guess it became pay-per-view. Then they were just like, I ain't got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll put it on higher channels.
And
so
we should
it's
get
harder.
some boxing on here.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of porn subscriptions, Joe?
Yeah, so I to hear that something's free is shocking to me. Shocking.
I've been paying top dollar for years.
Worst luck.
What? I know, exactly. If only I would have known. Yeah, that is just wild to me. Like
Wild.
It was a different time.
It was.
It was a different time.
It's like 97, 98. I was like, this city is crazy.
I remember being a kid and trying to see
The scrambled porn.
the scrambled like
Spice Channel.
Cinemax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At like midnight, like through a channel we didn't own.
Yeah,
So
for
if
us
you
it
didn't
was-
own a channel, it wasn't just like a digital thing would pop up and be like, you have to purchase this channel.
Yeah.
It would just be like you couldn't
Scrambled
get the signal.
Like, maybe you could make all.
Right.
I think
And
I
I'd be
saw
like,
a
"Oh,
nipple.
I think that's a
nipple."
boob. Like
It's either a nipple or a doorknob.
But it was like neon purple. and then it would all of a sudden change and the colors would invert and then you'd be like, whoa!
Yeah, exactly.
How I watched WrestleMania too.
Seriously? You're like, I think I know what's going on.
I think that's a nipple.
That's Hulk Hogan's nipple. Where's that King Kong Bundy? Did you guys like sneak to watch TV, whether it was sexual or other as a kid, or were your parents just absentee and you could watch whatever?
No, I could
had
pretty much
to
watch
sneak.
whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
I always had to sneak. I remember having, oh my God, this is like going way back. I remember watching Jay Leno, like early Leno, on a TV that was, all right, so the screen was about this big.
Your dad would come in with a
big
belt.
for the
We're a
audio
Letterman
audience.
house.
Super long.
I was not allowed to watch like late night TV. It was like, lights out. Military household. No, not really. But
For the audio audience, Joe is indicating a screen that's about 4 inches.
it's about 4-inch screen, okay? And it was about this deep. It was like a box, this deep.
4 or 5 feet.
And it had little like legs that came down. And
yeah.
it had an antenna. So it took like 6 D batteries in the bottom. No, it's like,
How long did it last? An hour?
yeah, it'd last like 2 or 3 nights. Then I'd be like, Dad, I need another 6 D batteries. Like, what for? Like, my wiffle ball bat. Like,
Were you a sneaker? Did you have a?
Eventually, we had a TV down in the basement, and it was very convenient because I'd be like, I'm going to go do my homework down in the basement, which I did, but I also got to watch a lot of great movies that I probably shouldn't have watched. Yeah. But it was how there wasn't a lot of we didn't have the Spice Channel.
Yeah.
So it was like I got to watch HBO, so there was real sex, but mostly I just wanted to watch the movie.
oh, real sex, right? Yeah.
Sex, yeah, that was informational. Is what it was.
Yeah.
You
I found
learned
that-
a lot.
Weirdly, I found that more disturbing than like Oz.
It was one of the least sexy shows
It was
on,
not very
on cable.
titillating.
No.
Kate, did you sneak TV when you were a kid?
I had a television in my room that was much smaller than whatever Joe described.
Was it a phone? Was it an iPhone?
No, it was still like
phone.
one of those it had a depth
A tube
to it,
Yeah.
and it was like
CRT.
my fingers aren't touching. That's not how small it was. It was probably like a little bigger than like my laptop screen or something. I would watch Ghost Hunters a lot with my friends,
Oh, that's cute.
and just like whatever. I don't know. Yeah,
Your parents come in and
was
be like, turn off that
very
stuff. Ghost
uneventful.
Hunt real.
yeah,
No,
Ghost
I
Hunt
mean-
real. Turn that off.
We're going to chapel tomorrow.
Oh man.
My parents are so mad.
I'm not going to tell you ever again.
They reacted so strongly to ghosts. Maybe they were ghosts.
You just freaked Kate out.
Just like replaying my childhood. But no, there was never any like weird rules around TV. I guess I didn't abuse it, but like I would leave it on to fall asleep and stuff. So uneventful.
That was always my favorite when I could get away with it.
Yeah.
What about you, Sydney? I imagine you had some secret shame as a child.
Oh, yeah.
Shame is a useless emotion.
Here we go.
Shame and guilt are not real. They're useless emotions tied to sadness and anger.
It's not
Brought to
true.
you by the patriarchy.
As my therapist would say.
There are like 3 Catholics at the table who are just like,
I also didn't grow up particularly religious. So maybe like watching porn, I was kind of like, I don't know. It's fine.
You'd watch it with your folks.
Yeah.
They're like, Sydney, it's 10. Get in here, honey.
No, I,
Robin Bird is on.
It's time to learn about life.
favorite, Sid.
Robin Bird is on.
No, when I was a child, sure, TV was like, you could only watch it at certain times. Like we watched, VHSs of movies, and that would be like your TV for the night. But when I was in middle school or high school, we had like a family room with a TV. It wasn't that weird to just watch TV. My parents didn't really care. During the day, I think they'd be like, get outside, stop watching TV, no matter what season it was. But at night, I would stay up late. I was a total night owl all through college, all until probably like 25 or 26 when like my brain shifted and I had to wake up early. But I used to watch horror movies late at night, and I loved horror movies, but I would scare myself so badly that it would be like 11:30 when it would end, and I would be on my couch in the pitch black alone, and I would be like, I can't get up. I can't go up the stairs right now
Not
to my
again.
bed. So I would then go to, was it on Comedy Central? No, it was on, I watched Robot Chicken, which came on at
Adult
midnight.
Swim.
Cartoon
Adult
Network.
Swim.
Adult Swim.
Yeah, Adult Swim. I watched Robot Chicken, which came on at midnight to ease myself. So my secret TV routine that I don't even know if my parents ever knew. If they did, they'd come down and be like, go to bed. It's midnight on a school night. but I would watch a horror movie and then I'd be like, I'm too scared. And then I would watch Robot Chicken and be like, okay, I feel better.
Palate cleanser.
I'm sure the demons are out of the house now.
Yeah, they were frightened away by the chicken.
They're frightened away by the hilarious comedy.
And that's
killed
why
their vibe.
I love dark comedy.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you have to sneak skid to watch some stuff?
No, my mom was like, we didn't have cable, but that was usually in the summers. Like I would be up until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would plan out my evening. I would look in the TV guide and I would try to find, I loved old movies. I would try to find any movie that was made before like 1966. And I would just like, that's what I would do. And
Why
I got
66? Was that like a leap forward in cinema or something?
Yeah, it was just like that sort of
The new
like Easy
new
Rider, New
Hollywood.
Hollywood revolution. It was just, I wanted something like, it was more comforting for me to watch like something black and white, like that's the older
Thin
stuff.
Man.
And it got to the point where I can watch any movie, and I can watch a couple of minutes of it, whether I've seen it before or not, and I can guess within 2 years what year it was made.
Whoa.
Wow. That's a cool skill.
Yeah.
It is a cool skill.
Let's put it to the test.
Let's do it right now.
I just mentioned The Thin Man by Orson Welles. What year?
The
The Thin. Are you thinking of
the
Third Man?
The Third Man by
Third
Orson
Man.
Oh,
Welles?
The Thin Man. Is he
Thin
not?
Man is not Orson Welles.
Yeah, that's-
they're both good movies.
Yeah, David Niven is the Thin Man.
Wow, really showing your ass right
Wow.
now.
Wow, how embarrassing. I feel like a real cinema guy.
What am I thinking of?
The Third Man.
Third Man?
The Third
You
Man.
worked at Kim's.
I did.
The Thin Man isn't that?
No, it's not. Yes.
Nick and Nora, right?
I guess
So
it's The Third
Yeah.
Man. The
Now-
Third Man.
Now it's
The Third
Google's
Man.
not working.
Yes.
Now
William William Powell and Myrna Loy.
Yeah.
Here's one. The Third Man.
The Third Man. 1946?
49. Pretty
49.
Pretty
Wow.
damn good.
Not too shabby. I wasn't allowed to watch MTV. I've probably talked about this before, and I really wanted to watch MTV.
Yeah, nor was I.
Just because I wanted to. I remember when I went to my first school dance in like the 5th grade, and everybody knew all the lyrics. I'm like, how do these people know all these songs? I've never heard any of these. But my parents didn't want to see women being exploited. They wanted me to see that, so they didn't let me watch it. So I'd sneak, and then sometimes I'd be like, this isn't appropriate. But
They're like,
how
you
else?
can't watch that until they stop exploiting women.
Right.
And then you never got to watch TV ever.
No, and then they just, we can't. We're either going to. They stopped making music videos because they're like, we can't make these without exploiting women.
That's why they
We'll
stopped.
just stop.
So that's why.
That's
All
why.
right.
We can't make these.
So then Teen Mom, obviously.
Right.
So
We'll just
And
exploit
from that birth to Teen Mom.
we'll exploit teens.
It was called the White Snake Effect.
But I was a good kid. I had a heavy conscience. I didn't like sneaking, but there were certain things I wanted to see.
Oh my God. I was so good. It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
Like it's
same.
ridiculous to look back. I wasn't allowed to watch rated R movies. And I remember being like 12 years old and being like at a friend's house with like 3 other friends.
Dude, same.
And somebody being like, let's watch Friday the 13th or something, you know, like.
Let's watch Barton Fink.
Let's watch Blood Simple. And I remember being like, I can't.
I have to leave the room.
It's rated R. Yeah, I can't. And I would like leave and get on my bike and go home because I was so scared of my parents finding out.
Yeah,
And then my friends were like, you are a loser. Loser.
Yeah, I thought I was a good kid, and I've heard your stories. So I'm like, you guys are just there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I was,
Yeah,
I was a good kid.
I don't know if
feel
it's
like I
natural
wasn't
or
good.
if it was, the upbringing. I'm not sure.
My
But I have
parents-
such a guilty conscience. It's like, I can't do it.
My mom would get annoyed with me when I watched horror and other scary stuff, not because she thought I shouldn't be watching it, but because it would
You would
give
get
me
scared.
nightmares,
Yeah.
and she would be like, "Just go to sleep," and I'm like, "I can't. They're like in the room with me."
just stop it.
She was just like, now I understand. Like, if Mira were to like not sleep through the night, I'm like, God, this is the worst. And that's really all she cared about. She didn't care about my brain.
No.
Yeah, I had
Love
the
you, Mom.
same conscience as you, and I don't know what it was. If it was like fear of my parents or fear of God.
Fear of God.
I
Yep.
remember at a baseball cookout, they put on American Ninja, and I was like, I have to go home now. And I just sat in the other room because my parents weren't there while they all watched American Ninja.
And yet, despite those consciences, the two of you just turned out to be complete assholes. How'd that work out?
I don't know.
You have to go the other way.
Yeah. The pendulum.
You rebel. You rebel.
It's called growing up, which you're all about to do right after this quick break. This is going to be a big ep today. This is going to separate the men from the boys, as they say. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, Demiplane, Norse Foundry, and Foundry VTT, all of which
You're going to see today.
will be on full display today. And also, I should mention, follow us on social media. We are at Glass Cannon Pod on X, formerly known as Twitter, and we are, what are we on Instagram? We are the
Don't even say X.
at the Glass
God.
Cannon.
Call it Twitter.
Just call it Twitter.
By the time this comes out, it's probably not even going to be around. But follow us. You should follow us. We put a lot of stuff
Follow
on
us
there.
on the
Whatever.
Also on
Floating,
Blue Sky
whatever.
or whatever
All
the
the
fuck.
And the TikTok, right?
We're on the TikTok.
We're on the TikTok.
We're the Glass Cannon on Instagram. And what are we on TikTok? I don't have notes.
Probably the glass
Probably
cannon,
the glass
right?
cannon. You want to look it up?
Yeah, let's look it up right now. We have a very active TikTok. We are at Troy LaValle. No, that's not.
That's not right.
Follow us at Troy LaValle, at Glass Cannon Network on TikTok. And we're on Facebook too. Give us a follow. And of course, subscribe on YouTube. It's free. And we're on Twitch. We have 1 million shows we put out every week on twitch.tv
The Glass Cannon.
Twitch.tv/The Glass Cannon. I don't know what the hell I'm talking
Someone get this man some notes.
Just Google us. Go to the website.
If you go to our website, it's all there.
Yeah.
I
All the little
am,
icons.
I am buying time right now because I am very worried about what is about to go.
Me too.
We've had 3 very nice eps where we got to learn a lot about these characters, maybe get a little hint of a mystery here in the
Some mystery, some role playing, some thievery.
Yep.
Always fun.
little bit of thievery, a little bit of B&E.
Little B&E, little fake vomiting.
Yep.
Everyone loves a good fake
A
vomit.
lot of fake vomit.
Sure, we'll see more of that.
Ladies' night. It's a lot of fun. And now it's just like, and you're all going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is really 2E. We've been playing it for a while. It's a very unforgiving system.
Don't tell people that.
You can't. There's not a lot of room for error. So it'll be interesting to see how this team synergizes because you don't have long to figure this out.
Let me reword that. We'll see if this team synergizes.
If this team synergizes, and if not, you'll know exactly what character to make for your backup. Wow, we really didn't need a cleric. We just needed another fighter.
We were saying off air how well everyone was coming together as a team, as new characters, and like everyone is fitting so well.
Oh, yeah.
The puzzle
I love the
pieces.
characters.
And now that we're in combat, I'm like, fuck.
Well, yeah, this is the true test, right? All right, here we go.
So, just a quick flashback.
Fireball.
Last week, you
Fireball.
you tested the archways that are in the middle of Seven Arches, and you brought the aura recorder back to Fionara Karalestri at the Caravanserai. That's a lot of words. And she said, just as I thought, illusion magic. Without a hint of conjuration, those arches aren't real. And it confirmed her suspicions that the true Seven Arches are deep within the Wildwood Forest, which is south of the city, a couple days south of the city. She believes it to be there. That's why the Oak Stewards don't let anybody go in there, not just because it's unsafe, it's because they're trying to protect their secret, the real Seven Arches. And she also let you know that she didn't let you know. She said, you need to go make friends with the Oak Stewards. I think they're going to be able to help you. You need their assistance if you ever want to go in there and go talk to them. I think they're going to help you out. So she gives you a bark writ to go talk to a halfling member of the Oak Stewards by the name of, what the hell was her name? Lemma Feldthorn. I put her in your journal, by the way. She comes bounding into the hall on top of a full-size horse.
Mounted.
Mulberry.
Mulberry, calm down.
In my mind, she was like 70, and she's actually rather young.
Rather young,
Yeah.
got a big scar on her face. She tells you, okay, you know our secret. That's fine. I'm going to give you the bark writ so the Oak Stewards will let you traverse the Wildwood. But here's the deal. On the night of the missing moment, all of the guards that were around the real arches stepped through. They were compelled to step through just as you were. Only one returned. A bit of a rebel Oak Steward by the name of Bolan Nagaso. She goes into her whole history about this guy, but it seems that he is staging a coup or preparing to stage a coup. He's been sneaking into town, rallying Oak Stewards and citizens to his cause, and doing something, perhaps some sort of ritual with the real gates. She doesn't know, but he stole the Shade Wither key, which was the key that they used to activate the gates. He came in, stole it. It's a big problem. So if you help them deal with that, then they will be at your disposal. So you go into the wildwood. The oak stewards roll up on you. You show them the bark writ, and they let you pass. On the late midday of day 2, it starts getting darker than it should be. A little earlier in the day, and you see these tall grasses that you have to wade through that come like up to your waist almost, and way in the distance you see a 50-foot tall arch with maybe some smaller arches around it. I don't know if I mentioned that, and some sort of activity up there. Talitha listens closely, hears some rumbling, but it's so far away you don't know what's going on. You just know you need to get there, so you start wading through these grasses. It's getting darker and darker. And suddenly, Lucky sees a Gorga. For the first time in Glass Cannon Podcast Campaign 2, roll for initiative! Roll for initiative! This roll for initiative is brought to you by Norse Foundry. Skid, what do we need to know about Norse Foundry?
Norse Foundry is an incredible dice maker. They make art dice, and these dice are for all of your random number generating needs.
I've activated a new map here on Foundry VTT. You guys can check out the map, and if you listen closely, you will hear sound sets that are added to the map.
You told me this might happen.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
We don't have to use them. We won't use them all the time.
I like this.
Joe's on the 1s and 2s, but the premium Gatewalkers pack for Foundry VTT includes sounds
That's really cool.
for this specific scene.
This is awesome
really cool.
because you described the grass as being high, and if you listen very closely, you can hear like
well, I can also bring it up a little.
grass being moved. It is cool. There's a lot of little layers.
This is the little thing I find incredibly impressive is that Brother Ramius is standing halfway under the shade of this tree.
Oh, and he's in shadow.
His token has
Half of him is in shadow. That's really cool.
That's really cool that you can see that. I can't see shit because I don't have dark vision or low light vision. So it's like it's really dim for me. Like I can see, but it's really dim.
This is so immersive. This is really cool.
Let's show everybody, for example, CJ, show them what Buggles sees versus what Lucky sees, for example.
Lucky, do you have low light vision?
I have low light.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought I had.
And then show them what
Same.
Brother Ramius sees, and everyone will turn the stream off. It's just a black screen.
Oh, it broke. Oh, the stream.
The
Stream's
power
down.
outage.
Stream's down.
All right, well,
Stream's
speaking of
down.
Brother Ramius, what is your initiative?
22 for
Wow.
Brother Ramius.
for Brother
I never heard of a cleric that quick.
What about Talitha Breakwater?
16.
16 for Talitha. Wow, first initiative. You never forget your first initiative.
You never do, do you?
Dude, starting off strong, brother.
Buggles.
Buckles got a 9.
9 for Buggles. Okay. Zephyr.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, my
I'm
goodness.
excited, but then I feel like that means I got to go first, so I'm less excited about that.
That's great.
I guess, yeah, but
Yeah.
I got to play my character first. 23.
Okay, yeah, no pressure. You just have to be perfect
No pressure.
and first. Lucky.
I rolled bad. I got a 10.
Aww. Womp, 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 womp. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to reveal to you the presence of these Gorgas, plural.
Oh, damn it.
You see now 2 Gorgas.
Oh boy. They're flanking us.
Oh, you flanked. Oh, you flanked.
Not mechanically.
shoot.
Oh no.
Let me just begin the encounter. Zephyr, you have the con.
All right.
Oh, no. I'm
All right.
not ready.
Here we go.
It's happening.
First move. We're in the middle of these 2 Gorgas. I kind of want to move out from in the middle of their lines, so I'm going to go, what's this, northeast? Maybe. Ooh, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice slide.
And she's got her longbow out because we were sleuthing.
Yep.
That's canon. So she's going to enter her monastic archer stance. She sinks her feet into the ground, has her bow out, drawn, aiming at that Gorga to the north there.
Yep.
And she's going to release a flurry of blows
Oh, that's
With the longbow.
with her longbow.
longbow.
So
Let me
it's
get-
1 action, 2 arrows.
All right, let me
Nice.
give you let me show you what your target is there. You can see.
Oh.
Nasty looking stuff.
They really do look
Oh,
like
man.
hounds. Yeah, but that's
They're
horrifying.
socketless eyes.
Yeah.
Eyeless sockets.
giant socketless, giant
Eyeless.
black eyeless sockets.
Sockets.
I also didn't
Less.
picture them like as shredded as this dog is. This looks like a well-built
Rottweiler.
guard dog.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, fire away there.
Okay.
Zephyr?
So 2 unarmed strikes. Hold on. I've never played a character like this, so I'm like, ooh. So D20, and then that's gonna be my dex modifier.
Here we go.
Here we go. Wait. Hold on. Hold on.
So excited.
Wait.
Wow.
Skills and actions.
Is that you reaching for your bow, like your quiver? You're like,
Okay,
wait,
so my first
wait.
attack. Okay, I was looking for my bonuses for my first attack. Okay, so that's 19 for my first attack.
That is a
And
hit.
longbow.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, you did it!
So, that's 1d8. Where's my d8?
So nerve-wracking.
I know. Okay, so that's 4 damage.
4 damage, okay.
Okay, and then one more, and that's going to be at a -4 or +3. Oh no, so that's a 6 total for my second attack. I rolled a natural 3.
6 total. Oh, brutal. That is actually a critical failure.
Oh no.
But in this case, I think we're going to do the same rules for the live show. A natural 1, we'll do a fan fumble.
Oh, we're doing fan?
Yeah, I think we should.
Oh, I'm not prepared for that.
But not for this, because that wasn't a natural 1. It was just a critical failure.
Okay. I didn't know we were bringing the fans into this.
Well, we'll see. Maybe you guys will never roll crits, but maybe we will. We'll see.
I'm down.
And then a true natural 20, you'll get a fan critical. All right, so the second attack is a miss. Now, is that 3 actions? You strode in 2, or is that only 1 action to shoot both of those?
That was 3 actions, because entering my monastic
Stance.
archer stance is 1 action.
Sweet. Hell of a round there for old Zephyr. And now it is Gorga 1's turn. Gorga 1 is going to stride up to Talitha.
Oh.
Gonna stride right up to Talitha with its first action, and then it is going to bite. Actually, here's what you notice in the darkness here, since you have dark vision. It goes to bite not at your body, but at your actual shadow that you're casting on the ground.
Why?
Oh, whoa.
Terrible roll!
Yes!
Actually, it's just an action. You just give me a fortitude save. I was so excited to roll. It's just biting at your shadow.
I like the part where you rolled badly
It
better.
can't miss.
Oh, no.
12.
That is a failure.
Oh.
So it bites at your shadow, and you are going to take maximum damage.
Oh, man.
8 points of piercing damage.
Whoa.
And
It's like a Peter Pan attack.
Yeah.
It's like swallowing a gobbet of your shadow, and it just and it looks like it's getting stronger as it bit you.
That was half my HP.
Oh my god.
Man.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty nasty. If that's half your HP, this is gonna be a short campaign.
For real.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to hide with my final action. And even though it's dim light, it has this ability known as Cloak of Shadows, which allows it to hide in dim light or darkness. So what is, if you want to attack them, you have to do a perception against their stealth DC. So
does it move?
no, it just stays right there. It's like hiding in plain sight. But because of its Cloak of Shadows, it's like you can't quite tell where it is. And now it's Brother Ramius's turn.
Brother Ramius is going to touch the pendant at his around his neck, and he's going to say, "Keep it, protect us, keep us light." And he's going to cast light. So that is going to emanate bright light in 20 feet around his pawn.
20 feet of bright light.
Yeah, and then another 20 feet of dim light, but that should negate its hide.
Okay.
Because I'm right near it. And then he is going to...
You said 20 bright, 20 dim?
20 bright, 20 dim, and then he is going to stride behind Talitha.
Okay.
And that is his turn.
That's his turn. All right, it now moves to Gorga number 2.
Oh.
All right, the creature that is to the south here, the Gorga, sees that light, doesn't like that. So, I wonder how far I can move with the. Yeah, that'll be good. The territory.
This pulsing light is amazing, by the way.
So,
I actually can see it very faintly.
You can.
Oh, really?
It's really, really faint, but I can see the pulse. It doesn't really change, but I can.
That's cool.
those of you with dark vision might see the slight difference. So this creature is going to use this ability called Umbral Leap, where it just like dematerializes and then appears right next to Zephyr.
Oh!
Oh, boy.
How scary is that in the dark?
It's probably awful.
And then is also going to attempt to take a chunk out of your shadow. Give me a fortitude save.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
It is highway robbery that I don't have to roll to hit.
It really is.
Eating your shadow.
8 points. It's like that's, and I don't have low HP.
And that wasn't even a crit fail.
14.
That's a regular old fail.
Okay, that's not the worst, I guess.
So that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, we gotta take these puppies down.
Here's the good news.
Why didn't you roll better initiative, Sydney?
I don't know. I rolled so bad.
There's only 2 of them that you can see.
Stop it.
I hate that.
Talitha, let's see what you got. You are flanked by Brother Ramius and the Gorga. It appears as if Brother Ramius is joined with the Gorgas.
All right. Okay.
You're now flat-footed.
And the creature is no longer concealed, right?
Creature's no longer concealed because of that light.
Right.
So first things first, I'm going to devise a stratagem.
Ooh, go on.
Which I'll be doing with my backup character every single round.
So basically, I do a D20 roll, and I see if I would hit the creature, and I can choose to then use a separate action to attack if I want to.
It's a very cool ability.
So devising a stratagem, that is an 18.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I also have an ability called Known Weakness.
Ooh.
Gnome weakness.
Gnome Weakness.
Are these
As weak as a
gnomes?
gnome.
I didn't realize they were. Well, they're also fey creatures, so
Yeah.
perhaps they do have a weakness.
The gnomes in disguise.
So basically, I get a free recall knowledge check whenever I devise a stratagem.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So what knowledge should I roll, Troy?
How about nature?
Nature.
Okay. I happen to know a thing or two about nature. Talitha happens to know a thing or two about nature. Matthew knows very little. 12.
12.
We did do this before. We did roll on these guys.
You did, but this doesn't mean there isn't still more information.
No,
you
if
can
I,
learn.
obviously won't matter now, but if I crit, I get bonuses with the known weakness.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
I
awesome.
see a weakness and I get a +1 to hit.
Yeah, with the 12, it's not going to give you anything extra. From time to time, I may roll that for you and give you false information if you fail.
Really?
But I like having you roll.
Oh.
I'd be like, oh, they're weak to water.
I use my round to create water.
They laugh. They were thirsty.
Okay. I now. All right. So what Talitha's going to do is going to spend the action to do a strike with that hit.
Okay.
So I will. So that hits.
Rock and roll.
I'll do some damage here.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a D6. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And then Talitha is going to step away from this creature.
Step away from the creature. All right, you choose to step instead of stride, just in case it has any sort of attack of opportunity. Very cool. We will now move on to Lucky, the fighter.
Okay. So I'm new to playing a fighter. Intimidating glare, Matthew.
Yes.
That is the demoralize, so it is a one action John.
Yes.
Yes. You just
Okay.
don't have to speak to use.
Right.
Gotcha. So I am going to, because these creatures will not understand me, use my intimidating glare with my cat eyes, which maybe they see like glowing
Cat eyes scare me.
in the dark. Just
Terrifying.
the reflection, like they're just like bright white for a second. And I'm going to roll on that.
It's only one target.
Yeah, oh, you're right. So I'm going to use it on the one attacking Zephyr.
All right, that's going to be an intimidation check against its will DC.
Okay, intimidation. What do I have? Something good, I hope. Ooh, yeah, baby. That's a 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
21 is a success. The target is frightened 1.
Yeah. Nice
Perfect.
work.
And is this the one that is going after Zephyr, did you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And then I am going to move up to it. I'm going to flank it. And I'm going to take a single... Can't use my double slice because I already had to move. But I'm going to take a single slice with my wakizashi.
Ooh, nice. Flanked and frightened.
And as a visual, it's kind of... A wakizashi is like a smaller katana. It's an agile weapon, so... Swing!
You're an agile weapon.
Here I go.
Here I go again.
Again.
That's a 20. Oh, wait. That's a 24.
Wow.
Frightened.
Wow.
Crap.
1 and flat-footed. That is a critical hit.
Critical threat.
Wrong. You've been lucky. You really are lucky.
I just realized we're going to have to update that now for TV.
I know. I keep telling him. I told Nick. He says I'm too busy editing Spider-Man at Marvel Comics.
It's just got to be critical hit. That's it.
Max damage.
Critical damage?
So that's it's only a D4 for my Wakizashi. I should have did my Kopesh, but that's an 8 and then double dam.
Double dam.
Let me
Yes.
see what if there's like
It's double damage.
Oh, wait.
Critical
Unless
effect.
there's a critical effect.
I don't know,
I think
there's-
you unlock the critical effects later.
Yeah, you just double the
Oh, critical effect on the weapon.
Yeah. I'm just checking. Piercing critical, slashing critical. Nah, it's not. Oh no. Yeah, later it becomes deadly at 1D.
That would be sweet, but
nice.
instead it's 16 points of damage, right?
Yeah, double that. So.
Great. All right,
Nice.
so big, juicy hit.
Huge.
Is it dead?
No, it's very much alive. In fact, your hit made it more powerful. It is now Buggles' turn.
Okay.
I was just angry.
Buggles is his eyes like under his hood. They flash blue, and he points at the one that that Lucky just attacked and unleashes a ray of frost.
Ooh, and that's a targeted ray, not a cone effect.
Targeted ray. That is a 10. That is a miss.
10 is a miss, yes.
And then with his, that's a 2-action spell, and then with his third action, he is going to cast Shield on himself.
Nice.
Smart. All right, so a little boost to your AC just in case they decide to start switching targets. How about the end of round 1? We go into round 2. Zephyr, talk to me.
All right, let's see. This Gurga is right up on me, so I can't really use my longbow against it that I'm holding.
Straight away and
So
fire.
I'm trying to decide, do I want to move away and then unflank it, or I think I just want to get rid of one. That one's been hit the most. It's flanked. So what I'm gonna do is free action. Do I want to do that?
Are you talking to yourself?
Yeah.
to
I was
us
gonna
to
free
respond.
action drop my bow,
Oh.
but maybe I'll just use one action to just put it back on my back, like put it to the side,
Okay, is that would that be a manipulate action?
to just like unequip
The sheath?
my bow.
Yeah, to stow your bow.
Yeah, I was figuring it takes one action.
Okay. Do manipulate actions trigger attacks of opportunity?
Yep.
Yeah.
It bites you.
Whoa! What the hell? The first thing we fight has got AOs.
Dropped it. He would have dropped it.
I would have
then.
dropped it.
I know. Well, now
Should've dropped
everyone
it.
knows that they have this, and so you helped everyone.
Did we skip ahead to like
Yeah.
a higher level
But it is
encounter or
what-
something?
Avoid part of the book.
It
This is classic LaValle. It's like we, 2 days before, study these creatures, get a high roll. Like, we're just looking for any weaknesses or anything like that. It's like, they can hide in the dark. Like, knowing it's way more valuable to know if they have an AOO. That is so
I
valuable.
was ready to give that to you if you had hit the DC.
What was yours called again? Your ability?
Known weakness.
Known weakness.
Yeah, I thought about putting that in the
Known
book.
strength.
And above all else, know this: that Gorgas have an attack. This book
Right
was
in the
very
book.
helpful.
It's a very specific book.
Hey, you know what? I might miss. Probably won't. 18.
Yeah, but you're frightened
Miss.
and flat-foot. Nice.
It's a miss at 18.
Yeah, I got high dex. I'm a dex-filled monk.
All right, so attack of opportunity wasted.
Amazing. So you've stowed the bow.
Stowed the bow,
Stowing
and
the
then
bow.
I'm going to use stowed the bow.
Throw the bow. Throw in the bow.
Like it's like an in sync riff.
Snow in the
Stowed the bow. I'm
That's for
going to
Francis.
use good old flurry of blows with my fists.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
fist punching.
So you're going to punch this shadow demon.
I'm going to punch it
I love it.
with my deadly fists. So first attack.
Whoopsh.
Fuck. It's a 10.
Get that shit out of here.
Second attack. Ooh, so that's a 19 to hit.
With the map.
With the map,
With the map?
-4 or whatever.
Attack penalty.
For your second.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Yes. Awesome.
That's a hit. So that's 1d6 plus 3 with my fists. So that's 7 points of damage,
Wow.
and that's one action.
Wow.
Third action.
That's your second action. You stowed the bow.
She said
Yeah.
that
only
was
Yeah,
took
one.
one.
flurry
was
of
a
blows
flurry.
itself is one action.
Third action.
So how's it looking? Is it like on its last leg, you think? On its last leg, you think?
Knock its lights out.
It's got 4 legs.
Wait, I have a question. Why didn't you add the deadly die when you crit on the? If your weapon has a deadly trait, you just add the extra die, right?
Does it have the deadly trait, or does it say critical specialization?
Give me a second.
Cindy!
Give me a
This matters.
fucking second.
Literally 6.
Yes, it does.
It has the deadly D8.
It has the agile, deadly D. I thought it was saying you have to have it at a level where you roll a D8 for it to be deadly.
No. So if you has a deadly trait on a critical hit, you add it. You double the damage and then you add the extra die. So you
That'll
roll.
be really good to remember for the next time you hit a crit. And this is how they learn at home. This is the only way they
You
learn.
looked her in the eye and confirmed when she asked.
I was confused.
I know.
Because
And
it when
So
you
you lied.
You can
when you
roll a flat
Deliberately
check.
misled the
How does it
player.
feel?
Deliberately misled the players.
It's so
In my defense,
confusing.
you can roll a flat check to see if you're confused at the end of your next turn. Kate, you have one more action left. What would you like to do?
this dog should be dead.
I'm just gonna try my last action to hit it with my fists again.
Okay.
At a total of a -1.
Buh.
Ooh, natural 20.
Dead.
What happens? What happens when I do natural 20?
It would be a 19, which would just be a regular hit. But
But she rolled a nat 20.
nat
So it's a
20
critical
turns
hit.
into a
Critical
critical
hit.
hit. Yeah.
Awesome. So critical hit means
so
double.
dead.
That was the
Double
universe.
damage.
That was
And
the universe
critical.
Correcting.
getting back at you for dissembling.
12 damage
You're
total.
so dead.
The dog is dead.
Right in the mouth.
Oh,
And its mouth
phenomenal.
flies off.
Oh my god.
Its mouth flies off?
Yeah. A critical death hit.
Critical death
Lucky
hit.
Lucky is
I have this
impressed.
ability, critical death hit.
Yeah. It says my fists are deadly. Damn, that's cool.
It's flavor.
Amazing. All right, so it is out. It is out. It is dead. And now it is Gorga 1's turn.
Oh, Gorga 1.
Gorga 1. Okay.
Flee, foul creature, out of the light.
Gorga 1 is going to step up to Brother Ramius and take a bite of his shadow with the second action. Give me a fortitude save. Are you fortitudinous?
If the light is emanating directly from him, does he cast a shadow? It is right on top of him.
That's an excellent point.
That is excellent.
I don't think.
Fair point.
Don't think
The
he
shadow
would.
is cast up into the sky because the light is source is down here.
Yeah, I was going to consider this until you got stupid.
Damn it, I shouldn't have gotten stupid.
Well, if you cast light, I mean, does your entire body emanate light, or do you
Or is
have a
it from an
globe of
object?
light that is like in your hand?
It's emanating from my amulet.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
I think
I
where
think he would-
Talitha's standing there are.
He's got a shadow.
This is a shadow.
Yeah.
I would argue if we want to, I mean, there's no phasing in Pathfinder, but why are you doing this to me when I'm trying to help you?
Because it's going to be useless. He's
Well,
never gonna help.
the shadow would only be cast in a behind
It
him.
would be behind him.
So maybe the
Right.
maybe
Does he have enough movement
the guard
speed?
might have to move instead
Would
of
have to
step.
deal with. Just roll the floor.
He has to move around me, which makes him pass through a threatened square, and everyone knows clerics have attacks of opportunity.
Several they can just cast.
I was really
third
trying
level spells.
to make a good point.
It's the first combat. Give me a fortitude save.
All right, fortitude
With
save.
one hit, you didn't even have to roll the hit on. You
That
almost
is-
killed me.
This is horrible.
That is a 7. Oh no!
Oh no.
That is a critical fail.
oh no!
Maybe you should have let me say my thing and then not be so silly.
Yeah, maybe instead of trying to jerk off in my face, literally.
God.
Matthew, I was rolling a die.
Quit jerking off in Matthew's
You're
face.
watching too much free porn.
If only.
12 points
Oh,
of piercing damage,
This is so brutal, man.
and it gains back some HP.
Didn't lose any, did it?
This one
we hit
did
that
lose.
one.
I poked it with my rapier.
Yes, you do notice every time it's eating these shadows, it's getting stronger. It's regaining some of its life
I
back.
can do that every round. Huh?
And now it's going to just take a regular old-fashioned bite out of old Matty Caps. Not out of you, out of your character. Let's see if he hits.
So I'm going to use a reaction.
Please.
Talitha, she closes her eyes and her body just starts to flicker out of existence.
whoa!
Roll flat check.
Oh,
Roll a flat
It's a
check.
concealment flat check. So was it
5.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay.
At least that wasn't the hit.
So you hit me. So if you hit me when I come back into existence.
25 to hit.
Oh my.
That hits.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, big juicy roll. Not a crit though. You don't have an AC of 15. Do you have an AC?
No.
Okay. All right. It is
I thought you were saying you don't have an AC.
7 points of piercing.
Oh,
A critical
Jeez.
may have put you at dying.
I'm at 1 hit point.
1 hit point for Talitha Breakwater. Will she die? Find out right after this word from our sponsor.
Oh God.
Saint Michael brings out his holy sword, places his heel upon the neck of the serpent. For now, the hour is struck, the trumpet has been sounded, the dead shall walk again. The serpent comes, but upon all of them he shall place the mark of the beast.
We're back, and if there's one person that can save Talitha Breakwater, it's Brother Raimi.
Yeah, I mean, he's at 4 hit points. Like, he's done. Like, this is so bad. Okay, he is going to... I don't know, what a weird feeling. What is this pain like? What kind of damage? It's piercing damage to your shadow?
It's piercing damage the way because I like to let you know how this stuff works. Attempts to tear away and swallow a goblet of shadow from a creature within reach. Fortitude save. So yeah, it's like, if you imagine like a part of your soul is attached to that shadow in a way. It's like eating at you. It's ripping
Like
away
a
at these.
Dementor.
You have to get Wendy Darling to stitch it back.
Sew it back on.
Sew it back on.
Okay, he's just going to take a step up behind Talitha and just praying, keep us, save us. He's going to reach out to Talitha and he is going to cast heal on Talitha. So that is going to be minimum healing. Jesus! Is anyone surprised? Minimum healing.
It's because your shadow is
But
broken.
what is the minimum?
Weak.
Minimum is 9. 9.
Okay, that's not bad. That's good.
I thought it was going to be, if you rolled a 1, I thought it was
That's
going to
like
be.
I had
half
the
our hit
chance
points.
to fully heal you. So shitty. Minimum heal. First ever heal of the campaign. Minimum.
Sydney is asking.
Nice,
stop
Brother
yelling.
Amos. Do the minimum possible you can for your allies.
I remember saying I was nervous for the first combat playing a fighter because I was like, what if I whiff? Like I'm the one fighter. Didn't think about Joe screwing up a heal.
Whiffing
None of you
healing.
ever have to worry about being the worst character in the game. No one ever has to worry about that. And I'm done.
Come on.
I'm so happy that you're playing a cleric. You just healed Talitha. That's
Yeah.
Even with that terrible,
amazing.
shameful. Maybe don't tell your
Shameful
family about that roll.
Yeah, Joe, come on.
I still am very healed.
If you didn't say it was the worst roll, I don't think we would have known.
It was the least you could do.
nice.
Well, Talitha,
hate
hopefully
myself.
you have enough energy to take an attack here, but you could just run in fear. What would you like to do?
I'm going to devise a stratagem.
I've heard of this ability.
Here's a question about devise a stratagem.
I'll allow it.
So I think I roll with my normal to hit modifier, right? Because one of the benefits is if I succeed, I can add my intelligence modifier to my attack, right? So I keep the roll.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes a difference. It will make a difference here.
Let's read the devise.
You just roll the die.
Yes, I did.
And then if you use a strike, that's the result of the die. That's all devise a stratagem is.
It matters if I hit or not, if it would hit.
Choose a creature you can see and roll a d20. If you strike the chosen creature later this round, you must use the result of the roll you made to devise a stratagem for your strike's attack roll instead of rolling.
So I don't know.
You make this substitution only for the first strike you make against the creature this round, not any subsequent attacks.
Well, you know that frightened and flat-footed was 14 was its AC because 24 was a crit, right?
Yeah. Right. Okay. I get my free recall knowledge with this as well for known weakness.
You do?
Yep. So I'm gonna go and see if I get the crit.
Okay.
I do not get the crit. It would be a 14.
You know, I'm going to give you something. They have attacks of opportunity.
You know what?
Oh, wow.
Talitha's
Good to know.
Talitha remembers talking to Brother Ramius about his reading. It's like, I think they have excellent reflexes.
And with I'm going to give you a little extra. You know that Wakazashis have the deadly trait.
Oh, man.
As well.
You are laying it on thick.
Well, so does my rapier, but unfortunately, I don't think a 16 would be a critical hit, but it probably is a hit.
Are you using your devise a stratagem?
I already did. Now I'm using a strike.
That is a hit.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
A pop of a hit.
Again, 6 points of damage.
Nice.
6
Every
points
little bit
of damage.
matters.
Yes, as this thing is gaining energy every time it eats your shadow, you're going to need to lay it on. Do you have any other further actions?
Yes, I do have a further action, and I am going to just take another attack.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Why not?
And I rolled natural.
Come on.
Oh, wait, that is a fan critical.
Amazing.
And my rapier is deadly.
Yes.
Oh, what does that give
It's
you?
just not ready. I don't have
It's not ready. All right.
All right.
That's going to be double damage, and you get the deadly. Could this be enough to just take this Gorga out?
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I pulled a fan critical, and it actually says it just dies.
We win the game.
And that's from Kate.
What'd you get?
26 points of damage.
Oh my God.
You did.
So Talitha's like, she's got, it's
My God.
chomped on her shadow, then it chomped her really badly. She was close to, she got really woozy, felt the power of Brother Ramius' touch, and then was like, oh, no, I know where to hit it, and just stabs her rapier right through its open eye socket.
Oh, amazing.
And the Gorga dies.
Thank God for
So
that
you
light.
fight with your brain, sort of.
I do fight with my brain.
Fight with your brain.
That's crazy.
So do I, as a psychic.
Yeah, dude, the light was clutch because, they get this, basically they can hide as their final action, which give them a bonus to their AC and their reflex. And you'd have to roll a DC 11 flat check to hit it unless you used a seek action. So you'd have to start burning actions.
Yeah.
It really changes everything being able to do that. So awesome. You are out of combat. Just standing here in this waist-high grass, and a little worse for the wear. There's obviously something still going on in the distance. But what do you want to do here? You're hurt.
Is anyone else hurt besides Brother Ramius?
Zephyr is.
You're hurt. Okay, so Talitha is going to pop out a couple of alchemical components and do a quick mix a couple vials and pass one off to Zephyr. It's an elixir of life, lesser, I believe.
Nice.
Nice.
And I'll take one as well.
So that's 2. Okay.
Lucky's.
And that's all I have for the day.
Brother Ramius is going to fall down onto this rock. Oh, sorry, I need a moment. I don't know what's wrong exactly. I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's elixir of life minor.
I was going to say, lesser is a lot.
Minor.
Okay, 1d6.
1d6 plus 1.
I will need some time to treat wounds. So he's going to treat wounds on himself. Attempt to, anyway.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
Oh, well. I think I assumed with the activity up ahead we wanted to press forward.
Well, I was going to say...
I have 4 hit points. So what activity?
There's stuff going on.
Remember, there were figures up ahead. We couldn't see what they were doing.
Lucky would like to stealth just to see what it is while you take time to heal so we're not ambushed or something.
All right, so we have no time.
Well, you don't know. You don't know,
I'm going to sit down on this rock.
Sit down on your rock.
Wait. And he's going to attempt to treat wounds. I mean, he could easily fail. Natural 20! That's a crit!
Wow, that's
that
a crit.
doubles the healing. That's amazing! Working on his own wounds. Oh, phenomenal. All right, great. So he'll be good. 10 minutes.
10 minutes? All right. So you take 10 minutes. And then do you still want to stealth ahead or do you want to just move together as a party?
We'll move together. Maybe Lucky leads the pack. Her hair is like, standing on end. And she's just like, there's something up ahead. Stay quiet.
Okay.
And Buggles is like, actually, I want to take the frightened condition.
What?
Because I'm like,
Voluntary.
Buggles is like really scared. Like this is the first kind of fight that he's had.
Those are dogs.
And they're dogs, yeah. So
right.
he's just like shaking and trembling like in the darkness. He's really scared.
like
Lucky,
that.
You can
Lucky
stay
looks
with
back.
me if you
Bu-
want.
Yeah, Buggles hasn't like moved. We've all walked away.
Yeah.
Buggles,
He's just like he's holding his like little cloak around him.
are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. I just never had anything like that happen to me before.
You can see Talitha, although she's maybe hiding it a little better and covering it, is also like her hand is shaking. Because I don't think Talitha's been in an actual fight before.
Yeah.
And she just almost got chomped to death and then killed something.
Yeah.
So those two things together, she's just like setting her, her.
And this is a
fist
hell of a
sitting-
thing for this, just a hell of a beast to
Yeah.
be the first thing that you fight. I mean, this is a very strange Lovecraftian kind of monster.
And he's like patching himself up. Nor I, Buggles. Nor I. I am more of a researcher. Not much for the field.
Brother Ramius, I wish I could help.
It's all right. I think I found it. Whatever that creature did, it was strange. I felt the pain, but I saw no blood. But I'm feeling better already. And he stretches a little bit and stands up and looks up toward the north. Now, he's gonna, I'm not sure how light works. I mean, it gets so technical here. Like, if you can just dispel it at will, I don't know that.
I think so. I believe so.
It's a cantrip, right?
Some spells you can, some spells you...
And very few you can, I have found in 2E. It's like almost all spells you can't dispel, which is so weird.
Is it a
I have a
cantrip?
feeling that light you can, but let's see what it says on the actual spell
It's just
here.
a
on
duration until the next time you make your daily preparations.
Just stay. That doesn't seem right.
The other thing you could do if you want to jury rig it is you could cast light on something and then put it in your pocket.
Yeah,
'Cause
Oh,
then
yeah.
it would end the first.
Cover your amulet.
it's true.
Yeah,
But
duration
it's
until
okay.
the
He'll
next
just-
time you make your daily preparations, that is.
Surely if there is a light, you could. Let's look at
If you cast it on your shirt, you should just go shirtless for the rest of the day.
Let me put my shirt in my pocket for a moment, real quick.
Yeah, you would know exactly how it works. You could also, where it's a cantrip, just cast light on a rock on the ground.
Yeah, it ends the
Throw
other
it.
one.
It would end.
Right.
That's what I was saying. Just cast something else and put it.
Throw it.
Yeah.
Cast it on
Makes
her
sense.
wakizashi. And then
Throw it.
Whoa.
we'll never find it in this high grass.
Amazing.
Luckily, it's emitting light.
All right, Buckles, you're going to give yourself a role-playing penalty. Then I'm going to give you a bottle cap.
Oh, thank you. All right.
That is, that's yeah. I mean, you obviously would be overcome by this, but choosing to do that deserves a reward.
I don't think you can do. I don't think you can.
You can't.
Miss it.
Just cast it on a rock.
You literally just cast it on a rock,
Yeah.
and it goes away.
You can,
So-
you can hack the spell.
Yep.
Okay, so
I think that's silly, by the way. If that's true, that you can't just dispel it, I think
It's
that's
just
very
by
silly.
raw, so Troy could do whatever he wants.
I mean, it's sure the fact that you can just go boom, you can do it.
But you shouldn't.
How about I
have
just
to-
dismiss it?
I know that effectively we can do it. I just think that it's very silly if that's something you cannot.
It
as the
seems
rules-
like an oversight.
yes. It does
I
seem
think
like an
the
oversight.
duration I think is meant to be in the player's favor. So like,
Right.
we're adventuring through this dungeon.
It's like
I don't
you
want
have to have
cast
this light
all
for the rest
time.
of the
That's
day.
a good point. Yeah, every 2 minutes you have to cast light again.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. He's going to dismiss that light, so it'll go away, and he'll once again be plunged into darkness, trusting the vision of Talitha and Buggles to guide the way. And both of you are low light vision.
Yeah.
Kate?
Zephyr, you are
I'm
too.
also low light, yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Half elf, right?
Yep.
Half elf. All right. You're moving forward. Tell me what you're doing here. Obviously, there is activity. You do see bodies. It's still 150 feet away or so. How are you approaching? You guys doing anything special preparation-wise? Or,
Can we like crouch in the tall
Stealthy.
grass and move stealthily?
yeah, so stealthily moving?
Yeah, and I have it's an action, but I have my sharp-eared catfolk trait. So I can indicate a creature that never mind. It really only works in combat. Basically, like if somebody can't see someone and they're hidden or they're undetected, I can point them out and they become hidden to other players with my sharp ears.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's very cool.
For flavor, I was going to say, can I perception listen if we can't see them yet to get a better idea of what's going on?
So as you're getting closer, you're using perception.
Yeah.
Whereas other people are using stealth.
Well, I would like to
using
stealth
perception.
up to get close enough to see.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
I think you want to avoid notice.
Yeah.
And then can everyone do like the follow the expert thing?
No.
No.
Because we're not experts.
No, but if you're following the expert who
Somebody
is-
has to be an expert.
Yeah.
In stealth.
Follow the expert.
Oh, no one's an expert? Okay.
I'm not an expert.
I'm
I'm
only
an expert
trained
in
also.
perception.
Me too?
Yeah.
Nobody likes a braggart. All right, so you start moving forward.
Start moving forward. I still have this light on if you want to take it off.
I have my bow in my hand again.
Yep.
Just in case.
Wakizashi and Kopesh as I cut through the grass
Rapier.
silently.
And Buggle's little teeth are chattering.
Oh,
Like if it's very, very quiet, but it's like you just hear this little like
Buggles.
clacking sound as he's
Skid, every time you either talk about Buggles, do something as Buggles, I just look at this amazing art. It's so good.
I showed it to my nephew and he's just like, I love him.
So you start moving forward in the direction. The arch ahead of you getting larger and larger as you move forward. Get about halfway from the clearing's edge, maybe about 100 feet away from whatever's going on up there. And Lucky, you notice the air around you with your cat-like senses. The air around you and the plants ahead of you are wavering and shifting a little bit. It's almost as if up ahead, just in front of you, there's a shadowy line splitting the clearing in half from where you're standing to the other side where they are. And the tall grass ahead of you looks dark and colorless, almost like you're looking at a charcoal sketch of the scene in front of you.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
That's cool.
Can I see through it? But it's
See
just
through it perfectly,
dark.
but everything up ahead of you is like,
It's like a filter.
it's like a filter, like everything is monochromatic, and you just can feel the air moving and the plants moving very strangely as well.
Can I do Arcana?
It was like, recall
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah,
16.
Natural 20.
Oh,
there you go.
Nice.
on
Arcana.
Arcana. Yeah, it seems like whatever is happening up ahead is causing some sort of cross-planar seepage to enter the world. And as you look down at your feet, you see this black and white world start to submerge you.
Oh my God.
Oh, so it's expanding?
And we'll see you next week.
We're like becoming sketched characters.
Like the drawing, like the SpongeBob.
yeah. We become 2D.
On me. Oh my God.